What's up, everybody? So, news just in that Tory Brexiteer MP Daniel Korczynski, is that right, is preparing a legal challenge against the Benn Act that currently stops Britain from leaving the EU without a deal on October the 31st. So, Tory MP Daniel Korczynski, who represents Shrewsbury and Altham in Shropshire, has said that he's been speaking to barristers about launching a possible challenge to the anti-no deal law passed by rebel MPs. On Tuesday, he tweeted, "The rule of law must be respected. I'm in discussions with an established London law firm and 2 senior barristers with a view to challenging Benn Act through courts. We must not allow our opponents to bind the hands of PM as he negotiates with overseas powers." Now, this tweet came out yesterday. It says, "Following personal meeting with barristers today, I have shared written legal advice on loopholes in the Surrender Act," there you go, Surrender Act again, "with colleagues. Barristers believe we have a case to take to court and encouraging me to pursue. Reflecting over weekend." So he's thinking about this over the weekend. Are we about to see a court case from the Brexiteer side? So having seen only the Remainers in court so far, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. And also to note just how quickly the courts react when a Brexiteer's case comes up. My money is on not quickly. And we're moving on. Yet again, Boris Johnson has recommitted to his do-or-die promise as he tweeted, "New deal or no deal, but no delay." So a senior source in Number 10 told the BBC that the government remained of the view that a Brexit delay could be avoided even if Mr Johnson is forced to ask for one. And Brexiteer Steve Baker, who's the chairman of the ERG, or the European Research Group of Tory MPs, appeared to suggest that the government could still find a way around a delay as he responded to the court case. He tweeted, so 3 tweets so far, how lucky are we? "A source confirms all this means is a government will obey the law. It doesn't mean we will extend. It does not mean we will stay in the EU beyond October the 31st. We will leave." So, all of this seems fairly confusing, and we're going to look at what options are being discussed that Boris Johnson could use. So first, one of the options is to get a deal. Now, a deal is the preferred option, but if the EU rejects the recent offer, then it is going to be full steam ahead towards a no deal. In the news, it's been reported that the European Commission is reportedly refusing to continue talks this weekend with the UK, which were thought likely to take place on Saturday after the Prime Minister set out his plan to replace the Irish backstop. The European Commission has insisted that the proposals do not provide a basis for conducting an agreement. A spokesman said discussions wouldn't be held on Saturday or Sunday, despite Mr Johnson's Europe advisor David Frost being in Brussels for technical talks. He added that the UK would be given another opportunity to present its proposals in detail on Monday. So essentially, if this deal is accepted, obligation on the Prime Minister to seek an extension will cease to exist if a deal is approved by Parliament before October 19th. However, legislation would still need to pass Parliament before October the 31st to avoid a no-deal Brexit. Okay, the second option. So Boris Johnson could be forced to ask for a delay, but then he could at the same time try to scupper it. So, for example, the government could ask for a day to comply with the law while also making clear in public and private that it will not negotiate any further with the EU. What he could do as well is he could also veto the extension, or ask another member state to veto on his behalf. As has been discussed in Jeff Taylor's video today, it could be the Hungarians that do that veto for us. That's one of the possibilities. So, next possibilities. There is a case for EU law supremacy. Now, back at the Tory conference, Commons leader Jacob Rees-Mogg told a Fringe event that Article 50 and EU law overrides the Benn Act. So, as Article 50 is outlined in EU law, this could, if Mr. Rees-Mogg's assessment is correct, supersede the Benn Act. Another option. So, he could ask Brussels to reject an extension. He could fulfill the pledge to request an extension if a deal was not agreed, but then he could reject it, or ask Brussels to reject it. It's thought that he could do this by sending a second letter making it clear that the government does not want to delay. The next option he has is that the Remainers clearly want an extension. And that is possible. We could get another extension. Though this is clearly not what Boris Johnson wants, and his language is repeatedly making this clear. Another option, a loophole in the law. What this would be is unclear, but make no mistakes. His lawyers will have been scrutinising the bill thoroughly, and if such a loophole exists, we may see it being used. Got to wonder if they go down that way, what is that loophole? This is what the Remainer MPs are battling with the surrender bill at the moment, to try and find that those loopholes don't exist. I wonder if they'll be successful. And then finally, we have a suggestion from Vince Cable, who is the ex-leader of the Lib Dems. And he has suggested that Boris Johnson could declare a national emergency to force no-deal Brexit. So under the Civil Contingencies Act 2004, UK ministers can suspend the rule of law for 30 days after declaring a state of emergency in the country. Look, all of these, I don't know which one we're going to say. I can't see it being a national emergency, but I may be wrong on this. So, which of these options do you think we're going to see? Or is there something else that might happen that we aren't even considering here? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe if you appreciate what we do.